I mean, no, it's filming.
Oh, you're recording?
Yeah, recording.
None of that counts. Like we haven't.
It all counts.
It all counts.
We haven't done.
It all counts.
Oh, we can start it right now. How would you feel?
I'm not doing that. We're starting.
Thanks for tuning in. Matter of fact, thanks for your patronage. Wildly inappropriate. See how I brutally honest it? Like, wow, that boy, wow. Don't you see them boys so crazy? Chilling with the homies, Dog Keon, Gary, and KB.
When you die, because you're like kind of a hypochondriac, you're very like a germaphobe. Are you okay with being buried?
I want to be cremated.
You want to be cremated?
Yeah.
All right.
It's cheaper.
Ew, the dirt.
Like, don't put dirt on me.
The two things with Keon is he's a cheapskate
Because
and he's a hypochondriac. So this nigga's just like, I'm not
You know what's
funeral.
funny? If you Google hypochondriac, it's an insane definition. You niggas are just dirty. Because if you say the word hypochondriac, that's those OC. They're insane.
Yeah.
I'm just
You're an insane
clean.
person.
No, you're just dirty.
I'm not dirty.
You
You're
guys
crazy.
are so far over here. You think I'm nuts.
No, you're nuts.
Yeah.
No, you have you ever seen a person that's nuts? Their house is
yeah.
spotless. Their
Here's
house,
it.
there's.
You're in the realm of them.
But
You're more
in my view, you guys are in the realm of the nasty niggas.
No, I think I'm
Yeah.
right in the middle.
No,
I think
you
you're
don't.
I think I'm
No,
perfectly
you're
in
not.
the middle.
No.
I
Yep.
think you're
No.
more. I think
No.
you lean more towards them.
Yeah.
I think
you have
you
more in
guys
common with
are
them.
way over there.
You have more in common with them.
I think you
than
guys
do-
have more
than
in
you do
common than
normal
dirty
people.
people. Like,
For sure.
like,
I don't even see, you know what's funny?
because like my mom would never say the things you guys are saying.
Yeah,
Never.
because she crazy too.
No, her house just neat. But if I go in Keenan's room,
My
if
mom's
I
house
took
is-
the average person in this nigga room,
Right
Okay.
now, it'd be fine.
they'd be like, "What the fuck is this?"
No, they wouldn't. Right now, they wouldn't say none of that.
He did live with you though.
And I
Yeah.
saw it.
Okay.
Yeah, he saw.
And it's that's why I'm saying
He saw.
Okay.
I'm
Hey,
not crazy.
Okay.
He was an extreme
Okay.
of the other way.
You're crazy too.
But he was angry at the time.
So he just threw shit in the room.
Ah, the clothes!
I'm so mad.
I've seen you legit like vacuum multiple times a day. So it's like, to me, that would be considered on the extremer side of a. I wouldn't call you a hypochondriac. I would say you're more on the germaphobe side in the sense of like you don't like you're more of a neat freak than the average person for sure.
Because
That's
you're
another
doing
thing.
it-
Germaphobe. I don't wash my hands all day. I've handled shit like it's not. There's
There's
the
levels.
word
There's
the
levels.
the language you guys are
Yeah.
using is insane.
Well, of course we're gonna use that language. This is for TV. This is Hollywood, baby. Nothing is fucking centered. This is extreme.
You
Yeah.
fucking
Extreme.
sex addicts.
It's not called
Sex
yeah,
addict, drug
yeah,
using, fucking junkies.
Yeah, it's not called the makeover show. It's called Extreme Makeover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, I never thought about that. Just that title,
What?
the Extreme Makeover Show.
Yeah, it's like you can just make over. It's like
Yeah.
no,
You gotta-
it has to be. We
gotta
gotta.
What are the stakes?
Yeah, it's so
What are the
dramatic.
stakes?
I think most people that get these titles with stuff like germaphobe, hypochondriac aren't, because like now when I think about even Janelle, it's like this is what pissed me off one time. I remember when she was really big on me, like always like, you know, your outside pants shouldn't sit on the couch. And then all of a sudden I saw her like share a blunt with a stranger, like share a weed with a stranger, and I was just like. And I remember afterwards, I didn't say anything. I just let her have it, right?
Yeah.
And I pulled her to the side afterwards. I
And
was
then
just
he went
like,
out and just threw clothes out of his closet.
no, but I told her, I was just like, I say, don't ever sit here.
Because that's what she just did was way
Yeah,
worse.
way worse.
I said,
way worse.
You don't even know these niggas. I was like,
Yeah.
it's like you knew I was like, yeah, you knew the one person that you were smoking with, but then the other person you didn't
Even
know.
if that's the case, it
It
doesn't,
doesn't matter.
Like,
Right.
Sharing germs is way worse than my clothes sitting on something.
Right.
And I'm a
Yeah.
don't put your outside clothes better on the but the blunt thing is way worse.
That's
The-
way worse.
way
Here's the
worse.
thing,
The
It's
ba-
always been worse.
Right.
It's
Way
always
worse.
been gay to
It's
me,
always
kinda.
been weird.
It's always been
You
kinda
watch
gay.
a nigga do this
Yeah.
and then put it in your mouth.
It's always been kind
That's
of gay.
fucking, it's weird.
It's been kinda
And weed
gay.
smokers would defend it, and it's like, no, nigga, you watch a nigga lick, burn, and then
Yeah.
you be like, here.
Well, their thing was like, oh, the smoke burns the germs off, which is I don't think
Okay,
it's true.
scientists, like nigga, you
Okay.
don't know that.
Fine. Let's say that's true. After you do that, but now you're smoking, and you're like, here,
Yeah.
nigga, y'all kissed.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah, you made out.
Y'all
Like,
made
you
out.
kissed. You made
Yeah.
out.
Like,
you tongue
you
kiss somebody.
made out.
it's what it
Which
is.
is like the same reason why at least when I grew up, we were big on like when it came to even like sharing a drink.
Waterfall.
It's a waterfall or birdie. We call it birdie, waterfall, whatever. But it's just like, yeah, don't put your lips on my.
Right.
You always had that one friend that be like, they'll sip your drink, be like, nigga, you got it now, bro.
Yeah, but they would do that on purpose because they know you didn't want it.
Right. And so it's just like, all right, bro, like that was my thing. Was just like, don't touch your lips with my stuff.
Yeah.
And there's certain probably foods. And my wife would be like, I don't want to share an ice cream cone with you. I get that.
That's too much. Yeah.
That's a lot.
But then again.
But then again, I just ate your booty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
ass.
Like, then
So
again, it's like.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's just like, I mean, sometimes she'll say something like, the shit I just did to you last night doesn't add up to you being a germaphobe to me.
Throes of passion. Like,
So that doesn't count?
It's an
You
exemption.
still did it. Is the point.
My thing is just like, if you're a
You can write it off.
But
on
I
your
don't want.
taxes.
I definitely don't want to just lick. 'Cause I just think it's weird. Not that it's so much gross. It's just like lick for lick. It's just,
right.
It's
I've
just
eaten
odd.
food out of a girl's mouth before.
I've never
Like a bird?
birded.
Like my first girlfriend.
I've never birded.
I was like, let's see what this is like.
You wanted a bird?
Let me see it. No. She
That was for sure a
chewed it
bird.
up. She chewed it up.
Bird.
Oh, that's too
Yeah.
much. Chewed up
She
is
chewed
fucking.
it up and then she put it in my mouth and I ate it.
That's too much.
At a restaurant.
Why?
At a
what?
restaurant.
Why?
In public
Why
then.
chew it though?
I was like 19. I was like, what's
why? I've never had that thought.
I was curious.
What are your fetishes, Gary? Because it seems like you got some
I don't have
weird.
any. Honestly,
Cupcake, fat bitches, eat
That's
food out of
funny.
people's mouths. You got some.
funny.
Not yucking your yum. Just
I don't think I have like crazy shit.
Chewing food and getting it
I
and
did
putting it in
that
your mouth
one-
is crazy,
I did
bro.
that one time.
That's still wild.
I know it was wild. I was in love.
So love can make a nigga
Love makes you do crazy.
oh,
things.
love makes people act like an idiot.
Yeah.
It brought us closer together.
So what was
Y'all didn't make it though, so now you just birded for no
We're
reason.
still really good friends though.
also to this day? Yeah, that can comment. So what would
I
be,
don't know. Wait. I don't know. On the flip side, could y'all let your girls be friends with somebody she ate? Janelle said I used to eat out this nigga mouth. Could you view her? Like,
Absolutely not.
that's a lot of.
It's very close.
That's a lot of clothes. That's
Yeah.
power. That's a lot of things. That's a lot
yeah.
of things
Y'all
that they
share,
had.
Cause now I feel like we got to do that now.
I gotta up it.
I gotta up it,
Yeah.
So now you got to do whatever I feel like you got to do.
So
Right.
that's another question. Are you comfortable with the idea of like your girl, your lady being like more disgusting in her past with another?
No.
Like the
No.
most
No,
disgusting
you
thing
can't.
she's
You
ever
ain't
done.
gotta- you ain't gotta
I
finish
can't.
the
with
question.
someone else.
No. I do not ever want
No.
my lady to be more disgusting with the previous dude than she
I would
is
be
with me.
so pissed.
Just anybody like in her history, in
I
her
would be
sexual
pissed.
history. Really?
Yeah.
Because
your
we gotta
whole
understand,
life.
we're married, so
Yeah.
This is the final. This is it.
this is final
Yeah.
ball.
So nigga,
Yeah,
we're here.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't care whatever happened, we're topping that.
Yeah,
Right.
but the thing is that like in her past, she could have hypothetically had double penetration. You can't recreate that. You're married now.
There's dildos, there's straps. There's
Yep.
nigga put one in every
Yep.
fucking hole.
Yep.
I want Q-tips in
Yep.
your ears
Yep.
while we're doing it. Nigga, I want stitches. You know, we're
Oh,
plugging
man.
every marbles.
Oh, wow.
We're
I don't want
plugging
you to be able to
every-
breathe.
Yeah, you're gonna die tonight.
You're gonna suffocate.
You're a safe word, and I'm
That's
patting you on
honest.
the back, and it all
That's
shoots
honest.
out. Like,
Yeah.
no, nigga.
That is honest.
It all
Can you imagine
shoots out.
that? Bow! Everything just shoots out. Like, nigga, no.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you. I can't be with somebody that has done nastier things with somebody
Okay.
previously, and I'm like, because I always felt that way. It's just like I always felt like my mentality is like whoever I marry, I want to be the nastiest and freakiest with.
Okay, so what if in her past, she, there's a couple guys that she used to hook up with who used to make her squirt, and she has not. Like, do you have to?
I'm like, just
Achieve
go
that
go
now?
back to that place.
Huh?
Actually, to be honest with you, I kind of.
I know you probably like, oh, that's gross.
No, I'm over. I was with a girl that used to do that all the time, and it got
Yeah.
old fast.
Yeah.
Like, it's all right, bitch. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
enough.
that's not the girl
You're
you
making a
like.
mess. This is everything.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
just like
like
no.
this.
I've just I'll be like, he can have that.
Okay,
Like,
that's
I don't-
fine. You okay with that one?
Like if you do it occasionally, fine. I'm not pressed for that because I've been
Okay.
through that, and it's just
Okay.
like nigga, we're
Okay.
fucking on tarp.
What if you
Like,
find
this is
out?
insane, bro.
Right. What if you find out that there was a guy in your lady's sexual history, like she came so hard, and it was like all the time. Anytime they had sex, she would come so hard she would faint.
Yeah, I want to see that.
You want to see that?
I wanna see that.
But like
Yeah.
you've been married for 15
I
years.
want to see it. I want to see it.
And they never seen it.
I want to see it now.
Well, here's the thing. one I would try to ask her.
I'm gonna go back to what was
What,
that?
what exactly did he do?
But what were you going on in your life where that was happening? Like what?
You got to get a job at Red Robin, bitch.
Yeah, you got to go back. Like, was he
Whatever.
hitting you? I could do that. Like what? Like what?
Because
I just want to see it. That's amazing.
Because interesting. So
That's so
Did she
insane.
fake
I
it?
have to see it.
Did she fakes the orgasm and fakes fainting?
I'd have to see it.
He just one of
It's
these.
so
She picks up like, all right.
Yeah, is that enough?
Yeah.
We're okay.
I think.
Did we get the shot?
My thing is just like. Because sometimes, too, you might be messing with somebody that used to be on heavy drugs back then in their younger years. So they might have had those type of experiences like that.
Get back on that smack.
Yeah,
So
we
I
on smack, baby.
ain't gonna lie to you. I'll probably be like, she was like, well, I'm sober now. When I was on drugs, I was an addict, and so I don't want to go back to that space. I'm like, I think you're gonna need to go back to that space.
Strung out, baby.
Would you risk
I used
that?
to come so hard.
Would you risk
Be
that?
strung out, baby.
But I was a pyromaniac.
Yeah,
Set the house on fire. We got insurance.
yeah. Don't worry about
Light it up.
All for the ego of a man. This is hilarious.
ego
bro.
of a man.
It's hilarious, bro.
I gotta win.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I think for me, I think not that I settled in a sense of like in my head to where like I don't want to be. Not that I don't want. Of course, I want to be the best for her, but it's just like I'm like, hey man, there might be a guy out there that like if he was bigger or whatever the case may be, and there might be a spot that he just knows how to get to that I don't have the length to get to. So I can't. I'm not gonna sit there and try to be like, all right, now I gotta do everything that every single guy did. I feel like for me, as long as I'm like your best overall at this particular point, I'm not tripping anymore.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we're not like tripping anymore.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
it's super interesting that men always want to be her best,
right.
but men generally never marry their best.
I think on both ends.
You think so?
Yeah, I think on both ends, it's very rare that you're gonna be each other's best sexual partner. I think it's just tough. It's like, especially if you have experiences. Like for as guys, it's very gonna rarely match.
Wait.
up.
Say that again, because women are not marrying their best.
Oh, I'm saying men want, like we want. I want to be her best.
And women want that too. They want to be
Really?
that.
Yeah.
they want
No,
to be.
no, because they settle into marriage usually.
Yeah, but they're settling. They might be his best though. If you listen to them talk, they talk about how that one nigga that didn't have a job and he was fucking me like crazy, but I married this dude.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
I think
but that dude is like that dude that she's talking about. He wants to be like, yeah, I'm the best she's ever had.
Yeah, but
in his mind,
he's probably not.
Yeah.
But they want to be up there too though. They have egos too.
Yeah, ask your girl if you say like, oh, I guarantee you, if you talk to your girl and you say there's a girl that gives way better head than you and she fucks better than you,
They get competitive, bro.
nah, most girls are gonna care.
They care.
Maybe I'm familiar for your
then
personal situation.
go have her suck your dick then.
Nah,
Like,
that's not my experience.
Yeah,
I think
There,
that's
matter of
the
fact,
general-
not to be even, but I purposely have said stuff because I know how she's gonna react.
Well, yeah, you know how to manipulate your
Yeah,
person.
she's
Yeah,
like-
we
she's
all know
like,
how to manipulate our person.
I'm gonna. She's competitive.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, no, I'm gonna. You
Outdo
gonna talk about like I'm gonna be in the history
I'ma
books,
be in
nigga.
history
Yeah,
books,
like.
But
you go-
it's usually difficult because it's like usually if for guys it's like when we get head versus sex, right? Usually we have that girl that's just like she's the best head giver that we ever had, right? And then this girl over here might be the best sex you ever had, and this girl might fuck the best because there's difference in that too. This girl might have the
Yeah.
best pussy because she just had some fire. She can lay there and be that fire. There's some girls like nah, she knows how to fuck. She knows how to ride, throw that shit back a certain way, blah 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 blah, right? And so usually that's very rare to find all in one person, or if you find it all in one person, you don't usually wife that person because she might just be a whore, whatever the case may be. And on the flip side, it's probably the same way. It's like struggle dick for a lot of women a lot of times is usually the best because he's fucking you for a different reason.
Yeah, most dudes are bad at sex.
Yeah, but if
so
we're
they're
talking
all
about the-
settling most of the time.
I know for sure my poor dick was better than my dick right now. I guarantee you.
most dudes are just bad at sex, and it's not even their fault. It's because women don't correct them.
Are they? But so they're not aware of that.
Yeah, so they're not
So
aware of it.
Hypothetically, this like the square who married the chick, he thinks that he's her best.
He might be delusional.
I don't think it's gender specific.
and it depends. It depends on
think
you know.
gender specific.
It depends
I
on
don't
when
think
you
it's-
meet people too, though.
I don't think it's
Like
gender
if you
it's
meet
gender
somebody,
specific. Nah, it's not.
Because even just the wife in general, like the idea of a wife has a certain conservative like connotation attached to it.
I'm talking about gender specific about how he just said most men don't know how to fuck. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think it goes on both ends of like there's been plenty of women that they don't know how they don't know how to actually fuck.
I'm
They
willing
can
to
lay
bet.
there and have sex because, like I
Yeah.
said, this is fire. But they like you can tell them to get on top. They don't know how to ride. They can't cowgirl. They can't reverse cowgirl. They can't do other positions. They don't have even the core to do some shit. They don't know
Stamina, nothing.
no stamina. Their knees are bad. It's like they don't know how to actually fuck. How many women that have you been with that was just like, yo, this bitch fucked the shit out of me. Like she destroyed me. How many women on your list?
Quite a few.
Quite a few.
But
How many women will I say like actually did well
That was just like,
In
yo,
the-
she was a monster
in the
bed.
performance?
In
the ones
in
that
the
live
performance.
rent free.
There's
I
like,
would say about. I would probably say like. 15%, 15.
mine's is about the same, about 10 to 15%. It's
Yeah.
very low. That was just like I can go and be like, yo, that performance right there is like, it was insane.
But it's also a performance. Like it's for you.
But what I'm saying is,
It's not necessarily like what gets them off. They're just like, oh, I'm performing sets. I'm essentially dancing on dick right now.
it could be all of that. It could all go together. It could not. But what I'm
Because
saying is,
and that's no. Go ahead. Sorry.
what I'm saying is it's like it's the same way on the flip side. It's like there's some dudes that just like they just know spots on girls, or like they just know how to like if they pick a girl up from her laying on her back, they pick her butt up. They might hit a different spot than the dude that's just on top of her the whole time.
Right. And
it's
that's,
like
sometimes that's also performance too, because like you can
Right.
do a bunch of crazy shit, and,
And you
then
don't-
the
as a-
girl she really just comes in missionary. Like that's how she likes it. You know what I mean? But you can show off all the all the work that all the skills that I have. Look, I got this in the bag.
so. I guess we would have to ask women. Like,
This how I know women have just as much ego, because watch a thread about them giving head and the enjoyment they get of being in control and watching a dude squirm and blah 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 blah.
Bullshit.
No, it's not.
I'm calling pure bullshit.
I'm not at all.
Women are full of shit.
Here's the thing.
In that regard.
well, Keon, you're being a hypocrite here because we had this discussion a while ago on the podcast and we talked about.
Well,
how
I think a lot of women lie. However, I guess we all can only base things on our own experiences, and based on our own experiences,
You got some tissue?
it's in the bathroom.
There's an in there.
Oh, you guys use it all? Yeah. So I just have to get another one. We never come out here. So all the toilet paper that got used by y'all. 'Cause we don't use
I
it.
haven't. I don't even recall it being a roll on there.
This is a brand new. This is a brand new.
Nigga,
This is
what
a
the-
brand. You asked me. He asked me.
He's not taking pocket tissue. That's crazy.
He didn't have any tissue.
He did, but I
So-
thought maybe he thought you were gonna grab it out of your backpack or something.
Oh
like
man,
that.
I'm gonna have.
Out
Where I'm
the
gonna put
pocket
it at?
tissue is crazy. It's crazy as hell. That's a used condom at that point.
How is it a used condom?
I don't know. I just an opened one. If somebody gave you an open condom, even
No.
if it was still rolled.
No.
No, I haven't used it. You wouldn't take that,
A
bro.
still rolled condom?
It's still rolled.
No,
like,
no.
But it's not out the package. Like I thought about using it, but she said she wanted to go raw.
This
But
is
I had this. It never got used, bro.
This is. Here's the thing. If you was in a space where you about to smash a chick right now and you needed a condom and it was a steel rolled condom that I
Out
had
the
in my
pack?
pocket,
No.
you wouldn't do it.
I'm not fucking. I'm not doing that. I'm not taking a steel roll.
You're a liar.
I'm not doing that. I'm not taking a steel roll. Linted up.
It's rolled.
Hell nah. Hell no.
You blow the lid off.
No.
You blow the lid off, dog.
I'm not taking. Yo. All right. This is an example I gave him because he was like, it's not used. And I said, that's like taking a condom he ain't used. He took a condom out the pack. The girl decided he wanted to go raw. So now it's just open in his pocket. He ain't used it. You taking that condom?
I don't wear condoms.
Okay,
not
there
taking it.
it is. See, there you
not
go.
taking it.
So he would have took it if he uses condoms.
I've never worn a condom.
In your life?
Never.
That's crazy.
Why?
It's just not me.
Risk
I
it
don't
all.
believe you. I think you're lying.
He's definitely lying.
You're lying.
Definitely
It's
lying.
just not in me. It's just not.
he ain't a condom nigga.
So for those of you that don't know, we keep saying stuff like, because I said I was not a homework nigga. So now this is a callback to every time we.
You just identified.
Yeah, I'm not a condom
I'm
nigga.
just not a homework nigga.
I mean,
What made that so funny to me, though, because I'm like, no, there's only a few that are. Like, we call them
Yeah.
nerds. Like,
Yeah.
none of us like homework.
to go back to the topic. I guess since we're on the topic with condoms, then, would you say, what's your percentage of how many times did you use a condom? throughout your whole life during sex.
Now it's changed drastically. I've been married for 10.
We're not counting that. We're not counting that.
So
you're married sex.
I'd probably say honestly, like, you talking about partner or session?
Everything.
Because session changes.
No. I'm talking about people that you just had sex with.
So partners.
Yes, partners.
Okay,
yes,
partners probably high 85.
Really?
85% strapped up. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Gary.
You got to remember, though.
Process.
You got to think, I was terrified
It's germaphobe.
of STDs and having a baby and ruining my career in life.
Hypochondriac.
So that's what it was. You know what I mean? I was so locked in on not having a baby mama and finishing, degrees, sports. Like, I was like, I'm not risking this shit.
Yeah.
I thought about the baby 1,000 times more than I did STDs.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I don't want to be linked. Watching other people, and y'all know I watch other people. I can learn from. I don't need to go through some shit.
Yeah.
To learn. And watching other people deal with baby mamas, I was like, I will never do this shit.
Yeah.
It looked fucking crazy.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
Like, it looked. I was like, I'm not.
The friends that I knew that were going through this verbal, mental abuse, physical abuse.
Crazy.
It was insane.
Like, I was terrified of divorce. Like, my parents, low key, and this is gonna sound weird, had my parents not got divorced and I saw that it could go chill,
Yeah.
I would have been like, I would have never got married. Like, I had to see divorce to be like, okay, if it goes wrong, it can still play out okay.
That's usually the opposite of how people react. Usually people they see their parents married for 35, 45 years, but like, okay.
Because I already saw 20.
Yeah.
So I already saw what it looks like successfully.
Yeah.
And then when they split, it was just like, okay. But like, if I would have saw one of them drag through the mud, divorces, but I was like, I'm not going through that shit.
Yeah.
'Cause that was my fear. It was the drama of an ugly divorce or a bitter baby mom. That was the shit I didn't want.
For sure.
So I was like, let me put this condom on. I'm never getting married. Like, I want smooth sailing. Like, I'm trying to chill, bro.
Because weren't you still doing like nasty, freaky stuff too? Whether it's like,
I got there with like the few that I did do the no condoms. That it was with them.
Okay.
That's when it gets tricky.
Yeah,
that's when
you
it gets
can't
tricky.
do all the wild stuff with the condom. It's
And then with
taking
the,
on and off and the taste and smell.
and then the
yeah,
other,
you
right.
can't.
the dental dam or whatever those.
Yeah,
other,
all that shit.
was
Whoa,
weird.
Have y'all ever used a dental dam before?
I think I tried to use one of those.
think-
I tried a female condom like twice.
I never did any.
But
of that.
I've never
Yeah.
like the whole rap thing. Remember the movie?
Yeah,
Booty Call?
they came out. Nigga.
like,
Nah.
okay, so you
got to lick
it's
it.
like-
You stick it.
yeah, that was super weird.
What's your percentage in, Garrett?
My percentage is probably like, it varies. Probably like 50.
Yeah, I think
But because it's like it's a first couple times as you get comfortable with each other.
we're not counting that. We're counting just like.
No, I'm saying the first couple times you're using it. You don't know each other, and then for some reason, like at around like the fourth or fifth
We're not talking
time,
about that. We're talking about like a partner that you just like. This girl you went raw with.
Once I go raw with her, it's raw.
Yeah, it's
throughout.
raw. It's what
Unless
we doing.
she's open about like having another partner or whatever, then it's like okay, we're back.
Yeah,
to
I'm not talking about after you smash a chick multiple times and then all of a sudden you take the condom off. I'm talking about like first partner.
Out the
condom.
gate, how many
Oh,
times you
out
going
the
raw?
gate,
Out the gate, how many times you
raw?
going raw?
Yeah, what's your percentage from condom to raw?
Mine's super low. Like out the gate, it's super low.
Understandable. I think mine's is like 60% condom and 40%
I would say probably like 80% condom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was up there,
First
bro. I was
time,
terrified.
I don't know you.
Yeah.
Also, okay,
Maybe 70.
what?
No, don't raise it now, bro.
I wonder what factored in.
I'm trying to come out here with us, nigga. You dirty dick bitch.
I tell you, there's so many variables. Like you getting ready to smash, right? First
70,
time.
70.
And 70. You stand on the 70.
Ain't 70.
72.
74 now. 74.
For me, I was like, when I do find a wife, she's got to fit my version of a wife. And most of the girls I was sleeping with weren't a version of a wife.
Yeah.
They were bad, like, because I was like, if in the event that this person gets pregnant, am I gonna raise a family with this person? Am I gonna want to be out with this person? Am I gonna hang out with? Like, it was so many things. And I'm like, I'm not doing that with none of these girls I'm sleeping with. It's just a good time for right now. I don't want
Right.
to deal with you.
Yeah,
Right.
I would say for me, or we always start like this. I'll get some firehead, and then they'll just kind of like raise up on me and just put it in, and we're there.
Oh.
So it was like that was my issue. Was like I'm getting some firehead. He was like, oh my gosh, and then all of a sudden she just kind of gets on top of you and she just puts it in. You just like,
But do you like? It's kind of an interesting conclusion to come to because, like, I would imagine that you didn't really know them or give yourself an opportunity to know them at all, to even know if they
But
were
even
like wifey
even
material.
like even physically, even if they were bad,
Oh, okay.
I was just like,
No.
no,
Okay.
I'm
So
not.
it's more
I'm not
physical.
doing this forever.
Okay.
But my thing was, I was also too. My pullout game was like probably one of the greatest pullout games of all time.
Every
Like
nigga say that. Every nigga say that.
no, I'm serious. I was legit. My dad was one of those people that he told me at a young age. He was just like, yo, even with the condom on, you should be pulling out just in case the condom ripped and you didn't know it ripped. So I was pulling out. Sometimes I would pull out with the condom on and I'll check and then I'll probably put it back in and then nut real quick. Or I'll just pull the condom off and just bust on their ass. So it's like I was notorious for always pulling out. There's not many even girlfriends that I can say that I was busting it like that. So even when we got the condom off, I was always like I said before, I'm a face buster. So it's like that was always my thing, anyways.
and that's probably why, because you were a pullout guy.
Right.
It's like I don't want to pull out and jerk off. I want to pull out and bust in your face.
Or busting the ass, titties, whatever. It's like I wanted something, a sexy spot to put it on.
I'm busting on something.
Yeah, I'm busting on something. But it was like, that was the reason why. So I was like, my pullout game. When I say it, it's not like I'm not being arrogant. It was like it was really, really good.
Those nuts that you not supposed, like when you bust in her and you like you didn't intend to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she does some shit or like keep going, don't like whatever the circumstances are. You're like, I'm out. You tell me to keep going, I'm pulling out immediately. But nah, those sometimes like those the ones that you didn't think you would or you're not supposed to, and something just happens and it just those are the best ones, and I can imagine that they're even better in states that banned abortion.
Nah, absolutely not. You in states that ban abortion, I'm not even smashed like that.
Nah,
bro.
we're gonna
Really?
I do
Ooh,
not
that's a good question.
want a baby mama.
I always believe that like if something like that happened, I always thought that like logically, of course, we're not ready to be parents. We'll have an abortion. Like I never thought about having a kid. My biggest fear was like having to get an abortion or an
money?
STD. Huh?
Because of the money?
No, just the morality of it. The moral ambiguity of it.
Yeah.
You feel like it was bad to do something?
I mean, it always weighs on you. Like
Yeah.
I've
it weighs
had
on you.
abortions, like, and you still
Yeah.
think about it sometimes. I think about the little nigga sometimes.
Do you?
Sometimes.
Every once
No,
in a
you
blue
know,
moon.
no, because
I ain't gonna lie. At least the previous women that I've been with, all the miscarriages and like I think I only had like one or two abortions.
this nigga, no, hold on. It's not one or two.
I think he's 70%ing it. I think he's had a few and doesn't want to say it. I've had the one, and I think about the one because I've only had one.
Okay.
And the person who was with, like athletically, this kid would have been
Nice.
nigga.
Yeah.
But there's also-
Athletically,
But there's a girl that got an abortion that said she got one, and I don't even know if it was true that she was even pregnant or not. So it's like,
Oh,
she said-
yeah.
You know, it's
I
like,
may
oh,
have one of those.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I got an
Yeah.
abortion. I'll pay for it. I'll take care. I was like, I can help out. No, I got it. And
just
it's
trying to
like,
mentally mess
so,
with you.
Yeah, so I think it was something like that. But it's like I don't think about any of those kids.
Yeah, but
I
I
don't
had
think
an
about
abortion
it.
with my girlfriend, like my
Gotcha.
real girlfriend, and strangely enough, her sister was pregnant at the exact same time. They were pregnant at the exact same time, and her sister kept her kid.
So
Now that kid is like,
Yeah, so you get a constant
20,
reminder
so
all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't regret mine.
No, I don't regret it.
No, but it
But,
pops
my
up
life
every
would be
once in a
different. I wouldn't
blue
be here
moon. Yeah.
with you losers.
Yeah,
Hypochondriac and a
I
dirty
don't-
nigga. What a hodgepodge group.
I don't. Yeah, I just my fear of baby mamas and divorce was very, very high, just because the stress and money of it all. I'm so that I never wanted to deal with that.
I didn't realize people like kept the baby for real until I moved to Michigan. I didn't even know like
What do you mean kept the baby?
I didn't realize that there were people who just like didn't believe in abortion.
Oh,
I didn't know that was a thing until I moved to Michigan, and I'm like in my 20s at this point. And then like we had like a scare, and the girl was like, "Oh, if I was pregnant, I would have kept
I mean,
it."
you
I was
grew up
like,
in California. Maybe the Mexicans.
I was in San Francisco.
They was different out there. I mean, the
my
Mexicans out
sister
in LA.
had-
They kept all the kids. They be 13.
Yeah,
I'm
my
keeping
sister
it.
had a kid at 14, so I don't know why I thought that, because I was like, I know it's possible. My sister
Yeah.
had a kid, and my brother had a kid too, but I don't know. I don't know why I thought that, but I was like, yeah, if I get a girl pregnant, she just get an abortion. Maybe I just thought my game was that slick.
Yeah.
I can convince her.
I can talk a girl to get into a
I mean, I'll easily talk her to get an abortion.
I think you got to think too at that age how loosely it was talked about in our peer groups and our age groups. Like, oh, nigga, I'll just get rid of it. Like niggas thought like that. Like,
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't think at that age you don't know what an abortion really is.
Yeah.
You don't know how invasive
they
and
suck that thing out of
you're
there,
just thinking, oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
stop it. Like, shut it down.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna close. It's like, nah, it's a lot goes on.
A lot on them. I didn't think about them enough.
Yeah, like
It's a
you
lot
don't
on
know.
them.
You're
For
just
sure.
like,
We never.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever
Nah.
thought about them in that sense.
I apologize.
At the time, anyways.
yeah, I don't. I was young. I was stupid.
I'm sorry.
So you don't apologize for anything that you thought about or did young. You're just like, man, I was young.
I was an idiot, bro.
But just
Like,
for
if it
the
wasn't
impact that
heinous,
it had on
no,
people.
I don't.
Because some of the it takes a lot of growth for both parties on their end too to like accept that he was just young. But some people like they live with that trauma.
Yeah.
And they're
But
like,
that's what I said.
"Damn."
If I didn't do things that were heinous.
Yeah.
Like so any dumb shit I did at a young age, I'm like, if I felt it was bad, I would apologize. I apologize then.
Yeah,
You know what
you may
I'm
not
saying?
even
So-
know.
You know what I mean? Well,
I got
then there's
dude.
nothing I can do
I
about that.
got a message 5 years ago on Facebook from a girl that I went to. I didn't know who it was. It was like an anonymous type of thing. Her identity was concealed, but she went in, like saying a bunch of shit that like, and I was like, I don't remember even saying that to you like at all. And then years later, I looked up the message again and I found out who it was. I was like, I didn't say. I was like, what?
Yeah.
She was like, oh, the way you talked about my dad and you said my dad this and my dad that. And I was like, I have no recollection of that. But I definitely I apologized immediately. I was like, I'm hella sorry. Like, I was young. My father wasn't around. I had a big head. Like, I apologize.
I gotta take back what I said because I got a message.
Oh, you
from
did?
A lady. This was like 3 years ago, and I don't remember saying
Any
none
of
of
it.
that shit.
Yeah.
And I said, so I did the whole at that time, I
Yeah.
sincerely apologize. So I lied.
Yeah.
I would apologize because I was like, I sincerely apologize, and we're good. Like
Yeah.
she was like that. Thank you. But I'm like in my head at first, I'm like, one, I don't recall that.
Yeah.
Two, yeah, we were young and dumb, But
Did you? You don't have to say what you said if you don't want to say it.
I don't remember. I had to
don't
go look at
remember.
the messages.
It was something
Yeah.
crazy for you to be like.
No,
I gotta
it was
apologize.
low key. It was low key. Like a miscommunication of my intent versus how you took it. You know what I mean? And
Right.
then too, how serious it was for you and how loose it was for me. Like
Right.
I'm like, oh, I thought we were all just.
Messing around.
Yeah, I thought we
Yeah.
were all saying, well, I didn't
Also,
think.
it's like make like a roast session or something.
I don't. Shit. What did she say? I forgot what it was. Cause we were messaging. Like I was in the airport. I remember, and we were I was like, no, it was not. It wasn't. And I think me explaining it helped her be like, I could see that. Cause
Right.
she's older now too. So she was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I could see how that. So it was just. Your version of something versus somebody else's version of something,
Right.
and then, but I was like, yeah, but I would never, especially now, I would
Which is
never do
crazy
that.
that she had that bottled up for probably over a decade at least, right? I'm guessing.
And I think it was because I think I might have been like promoting a show or something, and then like thinking we're good, and then that came out, and I was like, oh, I was like, oh, I didn't. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? I didn't. So I'm thinking we're straight.
Yeah.
And then it was just one thing, and I was like, oh no, bro, like it was, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And then it was, she acknowledged it wasn't necessarily me. It was a trauma she was carrying, but because I had made fun of that thing,
Yeah.
it was like, blah, blah, blah. But, overall, it wasn't personal. It wasn't, whatever. But I still apologize anyway because people be carrying shit. And you just like, hey, man, I was just living.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't,
Yeah.
I wasn't tripping like that. But for me, on the reverse end, if we were young, I'd be like, man, we were.
Yeah.
Like we were dumb. I don't carry nothing from then. Like it is what it is. I don't put a lot of expectations on humans in general. First of all, but young humans, I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, there's not really. There's issues that I've had when I was younger, but it's nothing I can think of right now to where I want like this person owes me an apology from 20 years ago. I'm just like I'm over it. I've beat the odds. It's like
Yeah.
I'm not tripping on. And like you said, I go like, man, we were in high school or maybe I don't think it's anything in college, but it's like I think we were in high school. It's just like, bruh, sometimes we didn't know what we were even saying at
Right.
times. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like. Now, if I said something to somebody, I haven't had anybody, at least that I can remember, that came up to me, was like, "Well, Keenan, you made me feel away when we were this age." I haven't had that yet, anyways. But like, you know, if I did, I'll probably like, I know how much I've grown as a person. I'd be like, "Yo, like, I never meant to like purposely. It's never meant to purposely hurt somebody."
Yeah.
You know, so
I don't even understand how people carry that. I would understand it carrying things that happen to you as a child from an adult. I understand that.
yeah,
But carrying things from your peers, knowing what you know now as an adult, to me seems kind of like wild. Because like, nigga, you know we're young and dumb. Like, you know we're not capable of not saying that we're, you know, kids are absolved of, you know,
right.
responsibility, but it's just like you said, if something happened, somebody said something to you in high school, you're 15 and you're 35 now, and you're like, I still hate Tyler because it's like, nigga,
Yeah, there might be an issue there.
like,
There might
come
be something
on, bro.
more. Yeah,
Like,
I can see that.
but if Mr. Jones from Science did whatever, okay, I get that.
Yeah, but
Because they shouldn't have been doing that, you know, but
well, sometimes that dude Tyler, whoever it is, right? Hypothetically, he might have did something that might have destroyed you or messed you up so bad that it's still.
that's what I'm saying.
It
Now, it does depend on the act. It does depend on what
Yeah.
happened. But if it was just some, and I know words have power, yeah. But nigga, if it was just like something mean once, nigga, and you're 35, 40 now, like, come on, bro.
If
Like,
somebody calls you, I mean, the thing you sent me earlier today when it's just like, man, I wish pigs. And it's like, well, you're like a pig, man. It's like that. If somebody says you look a certain way, or like, I can imagine even if like somebody that might have had like a deformity at a young age, and you made fun of that. Like, and especially they thought you were like cool, or because sometimes what happens is people look at people and they look at you like, oh, this person, I would like to be this person's friend. I like to be cool with this person. This person seems, I like this person. And then you come up and you're an asshole to them. They're like, everything that can destroy somebody.
and my thing is, I get that then. Carrying it for that long, knowing how kids are, is where I'm saying, let that go. Because you know kids are stupid. That same person, if you brought it up now, would probably be like, hey, my bad. Like, you know.
What if they do? What if they're just like, and I'll say it again, fry face. Look at this guy, right? Am I right, guys? Look at this burnt face bastard. Look at this guy. Hey, Jerry, check this guy out, huh? Wrinkles all over the place.
I'll say it again, fried face.
Look at this guy. He's got worse. That'll be insane.
He looks worse.
That'll be insane.
That would be.
Oh,
And here's the thing, I'm sure
funny.
there's people out there like that, or there's some people that probably like not remorseful, right? They're kind of just like, yo, I was 12, get it the fuck over it. It's like people like that too.
Yeah.
This is like, yo, I was a kid, you're still lingering over that, and we're
man.
40. Yo, kiss my ass, bro. I haven't really thought about you in the past 35
And I
years,
can see
whatever.
somebody being irritated about that too. Like you just said, like, nigga, why are you still? We were
Yeah.
fucking 12. Like,
Yeah.
are you shitting me right now?
My thing is, if
Like,
you had,
I gotta pay my mortgage. Like, you're stressed out about
Yeah.
real
But
life, and you're
and
carrying
that's
shit
also
about
kind
12.
of a movie trope where like the dad, like the kid in school is a
Right.
certain way, and then you go back and the dad is the same, an older version of this
Loser?
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Douche, yeah.
he didn't grow. Like, I think
Yeah.
we're giving too much credit to people's capacity for growth.
yeah, I think,
And
Especially,
change.
especially if you think about it, most people stay in their hometown,
Yeah.
stay in their, you know. So
Same dude.
Yeah. So yeah, it might
still
be.
a bully. They still
Still wearing his Letterman's jacket.
Yeah.
Fucking balding. You know,
Yeah, man, I can still throw a football. Fucking
And
47,
I'll
50
say
yards.
it again is
I get it.
absolutely insane.
I
That's
get it.
so
Yeah,
funny.
I just have a hard time. I know that I just know maturity and just people are when you're young, you're just trying to figure it out. You're so dumb. You don't understand like
You don't
the
even know how
depth
dumb
of
you
what-
are.
Yeah, you don't understand the
Think
depth of
you're-
what you're
yeah.
doing. Like you know, it just so I couldn't hold that against somebody.
But this, because I look at it like this. It's like girls and guys, right? This, like especially when you're in high school, which is usually the years where you probably get destroyed at the most, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, whether you're like a guy might have liked a girl, and the girl might have been like, he goes, hey, I just wanted to see if I can give you like a candy gram or whatever the case may be, right? And then she turned around, she was like, ew, Mike, ew, I would never take anything from you,
Yeah,
Mike.
that'll fuck you up.
That would destroy a person for a very long time. And now that person might use that as motivation to get in shape, to try to get her back at some point or whatever the case may be. But it's still
stalks her Facebook to see if she's gotten fat.
Yeah, right. And then, and I think even with stuff like that, it's like, I don't know.
But let's say now Mike is, he's 37, successful, beautiful wife, kid. Like he won. Mm-hmm. Why is Mike giving a fuck?
He's probably not, but that was probably part of.
Like, I can see how it happened. Yeah,
he might be.
Mike might be. If anything, Mike should be thankful.
Might be thriving.
You know what I mean? Like,
but also too, Mike might not got over it until, let's say you said he was 37, right? He might not got over it until he was like 32.
Yeah. But that's a long time for me. To me, that's a long time.
I think if you have contact with somebody, like if you lost contact and you didn't find them 2 years later and you say something, I think that might be a little bit different. But if you always had my contact for like social media, I would have hoped that you would have said it earlier. Now I know there's courage in there. It's just like you didn't have the guts to maybe, or you were afraid, or you just wasn't as confident to say something back. But I would hope that if I said something to somebody, in high school, and we've always been like MySpace, Facebook, Black Planet friends, all friends throughout this whole time, and you've always followed me, or whatever the case may be, and you didn't say nothing until I'm 39 right now, I'd probably be like, yo, I wish you would have told me this years ago, because we could have solved this a long time ago. We could have went out to eat, got cool, whatever the case may be, and been over this. But it's like,
But that's, I it's stuff like that has always been hard for me because I just don't understand. And I'm not saying this I just really don't understand the carrying of things like that.
I think it's you got to release it.
Yeah, I just don't understand it.
I think it's, from an understanding standpoint, it might be one of those things that I think a lot of people carry trauma, and maybe because you don't carry trauma or as much trauma as probably the average person, it might be, that's where it might be like hard to understand. So somebody who's carried trauma, it's easy for me to understand. Like I understand 1,000,000%.
Why? Okay, so now I just have to ask, why did you carry it?
I mean, my stuff came trauma from like parent stuff.
See, that's what I'm saying. I understand that stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the peer stuff.
The peer stuff.
I understand the parent stuff.
I can understand the peer stuff depending on what was said or what happened physically. Like I can understand it. It's like,
it could be a moment that's like so embarrassing that like really fucked up the rest of your high school experience. Yeah, like
somebody pants you and your actual underwear came down, and your little nuts came out. It's just like, bruh, it's like that would just, especially like, I'm not hard. I swear, like it's bigger.
Panting is so funny though, bro. Do you see the video of the dad that tried to go to the school? Nigga, his kid was getting bullied. He tried to go over to school. Was big. Oh, you bullying my son? Like, about to put
a real video.
Nigga. It's a real video. Okay. White dude, stand up for his kid that's getting bullied. Nigga, some kid comes behind him and.
Oh my gosh, man!
I don't know drugs. So the dad had to pull his pants up and just walk away, and they was like, "Nigga, how you get bullied too, nigga? Now y'all got to change schools, nigga. You would have did a stick up for your son and getting bullied, and you got bullied, nigga. It's over for y'all. It's over. Oh, they were." Judging by the heights, it was middle school, high school.
Oh, no, he got beat that.
This nigga got pants, bro.
Two things, right?
Yeah, they got to move.
Two things.
They got to move.
One, he should have beat the kid's ass. I ain't gonna lie. That's one. But the second thing.
But then that means you got to chase a kid.
No, he had him in the corner. Like the kid, he was like doing the lean on.
But the kid didn't pants him. Somebody else pantsed him.
Somebody snuck behind him.
Somebody snuck behind him and pantsed him.
And pantsed him.
And I'm sure he ran. Like you chasing a kid.
With your pants down, nigga?
You're not gonna catch him.
This dude was not in shape, so he was not gonna catch him.
I knew he wasn't in shape.
So you add that, but then also too, when you expose yourself in front of kids, no matter what, you usually can get a case for that.
Yeah.
Like you usually
so
get.
It was just video, and then the comments, of course, went off like, nigga.
And you in court like, but he pantsed me, judge.
You got a case. You got a case. You can't be around kids no more. It's like, but I was pantsed. I was bullied.
Who goes up there and he had a typical just country outfit. So he has the t-shirt, gut, and one shorts. You know what I'm saying? The big ones from Walmart, and they just came right by. Yeah, and nigga, I died. Oh, I was like,
it's funny
because it was the whole scenario. Like, imagine you trying to protect your kid, and now your kid.
And then also
like,
the conspiracy. I mean, they conspired to do it as well because
so
somebody pulled out a phone. It was like a whole thing,
right?
Man,
honestly, it's funny, but honestly,
getting bullied as a family, nigga.
Yeah, you gotta move town.
You gotta move.
You gotta skip town.
You gotta move, bro. And the kid probably gonna get bullied more. Nigga,
Yeah,
'cause-
yeah, that's
you and your dad are
awful.
suckers now. Like, because usually your dad is your protector.
Yeah.
So if your dad over there gets punked, especially by some kids on top of that, it's not like he got like
Yeah,
a
he didn't
grown
get-
man came by.
I'd
like,
rather get beat up than pants. Nigga.
Yeah, yeah,
It was a rap. Pantsing is funny as fuck, bro.
yeah.
That
I
is
think
funny.
I got pants a few times.
I got pants a bunch. It was hilarious.
Then
nigga.
after that, I started to tighten my belt.
Yep.
Some niggas try to pants in, but like, nope.
That shit was
Yeah.
funny, bro. To watch somebody be like, the scramble?
I kind of
hella
feel,
funny,
it's funny because
bro.
I kind of feel bad at the same time because it's just like the kid is traumatized now. Like this kid and his probably this father is gonna be traumatized for it because it's on camera. It's not like it's not like we heard
Yeah.
about it and then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's messed up. It being on
That
camera
will
makes
always
it,
be.
But this what made me
In the ether.
laugh was that, like, my first reaction was like, I can see why he's getting bullied. Like, if this is his, if this is this is where you came from.
yeah.
I understand how that happens. And the kid that he was trying to punk wasn't even scared either. Like, he's leaning on like, you bullying my son? You bullying my son? And the kid just looking at him like, knowing that one, he's protected, you know,
Yeah.
because if you hit me, you're going to jail. Like that's,
Yeah.
and you know, it was all white kids. You know, they always have that smug and I dare you. I go ahead and I dare you. You know, and it was just like,
In a case like that, right? Do you even get in a child's face as a
nah, I'm not
parent?
pulling up like that.
Because there's another video where a parent, he socked his girl. Did you see that video?
I saw that.
And because it's like even when he showed up, she still tried to bully her.
Yeah,
His son. He was
because
like,
kids
I
be
saw
thinking
one
the
with-
parents not gonna hit them.
right, and
Yeah.
he socked her out.
I think guys like that or women like that, they serve a purpose because
Yeah.
kids need that slight. This nigga might hit me.
right.
You can't just walk around all day thinking because you're grown, or you know, our women do because I'm a woman. You ain't gonna hit me. Like I
Right.
think everybody needs to walk around with a slight fear
Yeah,
that this person could take off on me. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of people walk around like ain't nothing gonna happen.
for sure.
And it's like, no, you could catch these hands.
I felt kind of weird about it because I was just like I understood right to a point, but then I was just like I wish the parent was there because when I see stuff like that I was like, yo, I don't care, I ain't care to talk to you. You're 9.
Where's your mom or dad?
Exactly.
So I can beat them up.
For
You
real?
know what I mean, like
because it's like if I come and your parent has the energy like how you have the energy, it's just like just fire. I got to fire on you. There's no
Yeah.
even like talking to you at this point. Like your child is.
But I'm not here
product
to
of
talk
you.
to a kid anyway because I don't expect a kid to be rational, blah blah. So
For sure.
yeah, I'm hanging out at pickup and seeing who's picking that kid up that's
Yep.
fucking with my kid.
Yeah.
And then I'm not even. I need you to feel it, so you get mad at your kid and your kid knock the shit off.
Yeah.
Because, and if not, I'm gonna whoop your ass every day until your kid leave my kid alone. Like
Yeah.
that's what's gonna happen.
Because at this particular point in time, it's just like, you know, sometimes parents might not know that the kid is this person at school. Like
Yeah.
I said, it's the Key and Peele sketch where like they might be getting essentially bullied at home, so they take it out when they go to people
Right.
at school, right? But it's like, yeah, when I see that, I go like to a parent, I'm like, man, if I come up to you and your child is still doing this, or you're being like, 'cause sometimes you'll see the whole thing where it's like, my child's an angel. My
Yeah,
child would never do
no,
that.
bro.
I know if I have children and I see that my kid's even a bully at home, and so I find out they're a bully at school, I'm not gonna be like, oh, my child would never do anything like this. I'm like,
Yeah.
got it, log. I gotta not either fix this or I might even have to homeschool you because there's a different type of problem we have here that we need to fix. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just as a parent, I feel like why was he even in that kid's face like trying to bully the kid too? As a
Yeah.
parent, just like what you gonna do about it? It's like
Probably
it's,
just lost it, you know, mother hen thing, you know, just I'm gonna protect my kid at all costs. But for me, I'm not pulling up on no kid. And if I do, definitely gonna have a belt on. Like I'm just not.
yeah. And then we look at it too, like
Why you want him to school with no drawers? Like it's just I don't think he was prepared to punk that kid.
Did
He
he
wasn't
ha-
even dressed.
did he
He
have-
got on slides, no drawers. Like you're not prepared.
Did he have draws? Because in cases like that, when you have on basketball shorts, the draws will come off easy with the.
I don't know.
Yeah, he could have had draws on.
I don't think I would ever even. I don't think I would pull up on the kid or the parent. I think I would really feed into my child
To fight
so
back.
they can handle it themselves.
yeah.
Unless it's a group of people. If it's a
Yeah.
group of people, then you got to take.
So you telling me
other
if
measures.
a kid is dog walking Pilot, just absolutely wrecking him, not like he just pushed him and Pilot got cried.
And this kid's a 5th grader, Pilot's second. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
beating the brakes off this nigga. Like, come, you gonna be like, oh,
I would probably go through the school.
Yeah,
I
so
would go
school
through the
does nothing.
school.
School does nothing.
Then
The
we'll,
first
then we'll
thing
probably
is-
have to leave school. We'll have to switch schools.
the way Gary said his anger is set up and the way he kind of reacts, I don't see that.
I don't either.
No, that's why I'm taking those measures because I don't want to come face to face with this parent because the way that they react may cause me to react.
Because normally, you know, in these situations,
So I'm
you're
coming super
gonna have a
diplomatic.
meeting.
You're gonna have to meet.
You're
the
gonna
parent.
have you're gonna
Yeah.
have that meeting.
Right. Yeah. So if I have the meeting and it's kind of with the intermediary of the school, like
yeah. But I'm
yeah,
saying,
then
and
it's
in that
easier.
meeting, the parent is like,
Then I mean, I think. I don't know. I think you can still go through the school and go through,
We're not talking
the
about
proper.
That. You're going. I'm just going off.
No.
I can see your rage going from here to here. The parents been like
that.
and you be like, what do you mean, and bitch?
Right,
like,
the
I
little
can see
pilot.
you
First of
going.
all, you named him pilot. He's got to toughen the fuck up.
Yeah.
You're losing.
I still think
you're losing.
I still think you can.
This is
go
what happens
through,
with the mixed kids.
I still think you can go through the school.
You're already at the school, and he's
I
saying
know.
this shit in the
and he's
meeting.
saying this shit in the obviously the
And administration's like,
administration
our
is
hands are
clocking it.
tied.
Nah, they're clocking it.
They don't be
Then
doing
we're-
shit,
Then
bro.
we're pulling them out of school. We're pulling them out of that school.
The
We gotta go
administration ain't
somewhere
doing
else.
shit.
I'm not saying you're not gonna put him out the school. I still think if the parent reacts a certain way while you're in the presence of that parent, I don't.
If he's outwardly disrespecting me or my or if he's just saying no, that didn't happen, like that's he's entitled to that opinion. You don't know what his kid is telling him. Like usually they're like your kid is the perpetrator.
Yeah.
Then it's usually like that type of back and
I
forth.
think it's different if you're seeing Pilot with a black eye, and
Then-
you're seeing, and the kid's like, "Well, I didn't do anything." It's like, nigga, the evidence is here,
Right.
Yeah.
and 12 kids said that he did it. The evidence.
Matter
is
of fact,
here.
why are we having
Yeah.
this meeting?
Right.
This nigga's in second grade. He's in fifth. You see his eye. Why the fuck are we talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like there's rational ways to go about it.
No, I'm saying why are
To
we even having
navigate
it? Either he's done, or you catching it, bro. Like that. If
Yeah.
y'all not gonna do, I'm gonna fix it. It's
Yeah.
gonna get
Yeah.
fixed. You're not gonna make me leave a school because y'all won't solve it. This problem is going to be solved.
Yeah.
Pilot getting beat up and you leaving is not gonna solve the problem because then he get his ass kicked at the next school. Like, what are you
Yeah.
gonna do? Just keep
Nah.
switching schools?
I
What's
mean,
the end result? Like,
Real.
You keep switching schools.
like, nah, you're not doing that, nigga.
nah,
You're
nigga,
not
nah,
doing that.
no,
It's not
you're
even
not.
rational.
No, you're not.
Keep switching schools.
You're not moving. It's
Cap.
Yeah,
You
big cap.
You homeschool
Cap.
them.
No,
Big
you're
cap.
not.
There's options.
No,
You're
you're
not doing that.
You're going to go with the options. Are we going
I'm
to
not-
what you
I'm
really
not-
do?
You're
I'm
doing it
not
because you're calm now.
Fighting anyone.
It's a lie.
I'm
lie.
not fighting
That's a
You're
lie.
anyone.
snapping, nigga.
That's a lie.
I'm not fighting
Because you're
anyone.
because you're a snapper. So there is no
Yeah, that's
there
why I'm
is no
chilling.
but yeah, you're chilling now.
That's
but
why I'm
once it
chilling.
goes and it can
Yeah.
go very fast, that's it. And it's gonna go.
It takes a lot though.
It's gonna go.
It takes a lot.
Not with your
Also,
babies.
Yeah,
I
I
have a
see that.
presence. I have a presence. People don't. Yeah, they don't try me like that. People don't really try me like that.
But it's not about trying you. You if he's getting his ass
People
kicked at every school.
people will mud up,
Yeah.
especially in these schools that he's in. Those parents are going to
Well,
mud up.
probably so.
Absolutely.
Most of them, yeah. They're probably
Now, if I was at a hood school, then the rules are different. I gotta shapeshift into what I gotta shapeshift into. You know what I'm saying? But we are
So you're
fortunate
speaking
enough.
of the current situation.
Yeah, these
that
white
we are
kids.
in
This is
now.
mostly moms anyway. This shit ain't
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
And Pilot ain't no bitch either. Pilot got hands.
Yeah. I honestly, bullying is not something I ever think about ever.
Yeah.
It didn't happen to me, and I'm looking at my kids. One, they can fight,
Mm-hmm.
and two, they are already like respected kids. Like they don't get.
Yeah.
Kendrick gets bothered because of his size, but he's punched enough people where they understand. I don't give a fuck how short. Don't put like he was like, don't put your hand on top of my head. Like, oh, this little guy, I don't like that shit. Don't pick me up. Like, so
Yeah.
he established that
That's
early.
hella
Like,
funny. That's funny.
this
though.
nigga was swinging on people in line. Like, he
Niggas
was like,
picking him up.
like just like he's so cute. Like, you know, blah blah. And they was firing on people.
Well, first, I
Firing on
already
people,
knew
bro.
Kendrick was gonna be that kid
Oh,
because he was
man.
punching walls at a young age.
Yeah, remember that shit?
Yeah, we were
Bro.
like, "What's wrong with this?"
He was a
nigga,
fucking
bro?
maniac. Punching the wall. Keenan was like, yo,
This is insane, bro.
you gotta get this kid together, bro. He's nuts. Kendrick was
And
not
he would hit
having
the wall,
it,
and he
bro.
wouldn't be like, "Ow!" He'll
Yeah.
hit it, and like, "Ugh," and walk off. We'd be like,
He
oh,
wasn't having it. So I never
shit.
worried about them getting beat up. And now that they do the training on top of that, and actually, you know what's funny is watching him. You know, he's turning 8 in August.
Yeah.
Watching his maturity, he's actually not a crash out anymore. He's
Yeah,
actually he
he's-
started to find his teacher. We had a parent teacher yesterday, and she was like, you know, she was telling us all the work and blah blah.
Yeah.
And then she was like, and he's Kendrick, you've been very good at when people are bothering you, you just walk away, or when people telling you, you don't trip. Like, and I've noticed in the house. I was telling Cody, like, he's calmer. Even in his MMA class, if he's losing, he used to, you know, forget everything he was taught and just I'm going for it's just
Yeah.
crazy. Now he's listening to, all right, get out of that hole, get out, and he doesn't crash. So I'm like, I'm just watching his maturity. So he's channeling Zanger and knowing when and how to use it. And then Keelan, like I said, he's just so everybody just likes him, and like nobody can bully him. He's taller, he's good looking, he's athletic. He's just nobody bothers him. But he be fighting at school too. He's fought with his friends. Like
playing or
basketball gets too rough, and then it's pop, and then but they friends the next day, boys, just boy shit. So nobody's punking them.
You getting calls for that?
No, every time I ask them because they tell me these stories, but I've never gotten a call. Then he was I had to go to the office today because I fought so and so, and I'm like, what happened? Well, the yard duty or PE teacher saw it and just sent us to the office. Because it's a boys will be boys type of thing. It's not. There's no bullying going on. There's none of that shit.
And usually too, from what I've seen, when it came to bullying, when I did see bullying at school, because I never got bullied either, and my brother never got bullied. But one of those things was always usually the older kid bullying the smaller kid. Yeah. So it was like, or the younger kid. So it was like we wasn't really seeing like a fifth grader bullying another fifth grader. Usually it'd be like when we got into high school or middle school, it'd be a sixth grader and an eighth grader. Yeah. And it's like somebody's doing something there. And I would say a lot of times our friends, like even though we were jokers and clowners all the time, roasters, if we saw it like crazy, we're like, hey man, what are you doing, dog? We kind of step in.
I've stopped a few.
Yeah.
But I was older than both the parties involved. Yeah. So I'm like, man, y'all don't be doing, like, I'll never forget this. I'm in. Even though I said pantsing is funny. I was in 5th grade going to the bathroom, and there was a kid in there going pee, and like a other group of kids. Yeah.
It just sounds hilarious.
And another group of kids came, pulled his pants all the way down. He's crying. And I'm like, they might have been, I'm in 5th. They might have been, 4th and 2nd or 3rd and 2nd, whatever. And I shut it. I was like, bro, don't do that. And then there was another time. Kids trying to go pee in the handicap, but they kept kicking the door open. Blah, blah. He's like crying. I mean, I walk in. I'm like, shut that down. So they left. They ran out of there. I was like, don't do that shit. It ain't. I think by that time we were cousin. I'm like, don't. That's not cool. Blah blah. I was like, you all right? Yada yada yada. So I never liked I was fine with roasting and stuff like that. I never liked like the group bullying, picking on somebody who clearly can't defend themselves. Like I never liked that shit because I'm like, that's weak as fuck. Like if we're gonna throw jabs, fine, but the pile up and the physical, I'm like, nah, I'm not. That's not cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, good hour.
Which is interesting, considering the way that you guys pile up on me every episode.
No, you pile up on
you're
me.
You're the ringleader.
Every day. I mean, even the clip we just dropped, it's like you'd have to drop another tissue clip, nigga. Like we did.
But that one was so funny.
I didn't drop that.
And we're gonna do another one.
Even the comments say, "Leave Keenan alone, nigga." It ain't you getting piled up on at all, nigga. You guys bully me all the fucking time, fucking bastards. I'm tired of it, man. I'm a snap.
Gary's definitely a bully.
Yeah, for sure.
I used to bully.
Gary's a bully.
I used to bully.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I used to bully.
You're bullying your family right now. You're bullying Jess.
For sure. Definitely.
What I mean? You're a bully.
I don't bully Jess.
Jory's the only one that doesn't get bullied.
Jory's a thug. Jory's a goddamn delinquent. God, bro.
It's them younger ones, bro. They are crash outs, bro.
Crazy.
They're insane.
I'll be at the San Jose Improv Thursday and Friday, the 27th and the 28th. Featuring for the homie Jesus Trejo.
Yeah.
And then I'll be in Anaheim on that Saturday, the 29th, with I just got Anaheim with Irene, so just check my Instagram.
I got Atlanta that weekend. Atlanta Comedy Theater. Never been to Atlanta before. I've been to Atlanta before, but never been to Atlanta to perform. So
I like that place. That crowd was lit, bro.
I always hear great things about the Atlanta Theater, like just that it's
that
fire
shit was
as hell.
fire.
So I'm hyped.
The DJ does a good job. That's why.
Yeah, and
before the show, the DJ has them ready. It's black. It's group singing.
Yeah.
The Tevin Campbell's, all that. This is before the show even starts. So by the time the show starts, they're already ready to go.
Yeah, so I know. And then B-Lou's an amazing host. He gonna add to that. He from Atlanta. He gonna be home. He gonna go crazy as a host. I already know he gonna do. So yeah, that's all I have. So yeah.
If you bombed, that'd be so funny.
Oh,
with
man.
like it's set up perfectly for like, oh, this is a win, bro. You're gonna kill, and then, hey man, Keenan was So how can I come back here?
No, I know that to ask after that.